Greetings, travelers, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Golden Sun: The Lost Age, presented by Draco Breach. First of all, in that fountain that I said I would be off-screening, I got everything that I think I need. First of all, there was actually a summon tablet in there, so you do want to spend your time in there and try to get to the center ring, because it gives you the Eclipse summon, which is 3 Jupiter and 2 Mercury. I will be going over all the summons at once in a single video. Don't know when exactly, but I will be doing that. Anyway, I took the liberty of... apparently not. Anyway, you grow this, and it goes down. So, kind of unique. Lemurians are so lazy that they make me look like a dynamo, and they live so long. Okay. Down here... I do want to go over everything that I got in that fountain right quick as well. First... go back to that. Sheba now has the aerial gloves, and I'll get to why. Other than that, I don't believe she has anything else new. No, she does not. Okay. Felix has the amazing Hestia blade, and now he also has the Erebus armor. Hopefully I didn't go too fast, but things happen. That is it. Do need to identify that. Floral dress is as useless as ever. Piers now has the Mighty Axe, the Minerva Helm, the Aegis Shield, and the Wild Coat. So that's going to take a little while to all appear on screen, but the Wild Coat raises speed, so that's why I was fine with exchanging, especially since all he had was an armored shell, which does nothing. Aegis Shield replaced the speed-granting gloves that are now on Sheba, and I don't know why it says it raises your evade when what it does is increases your chance for critical hits. Increases PP because, quite frankly, I can't give this to anyone but Felix, and I'd rather have what Felix has on now, which is the Thorn Crown. Piers is falling behind in defense, ironically. So there's that. That's kind of funny. You still have that, but now you have the Crown of Glory versus the Astral Circlet. The Astral Circlet is nice in that it raises your maximum PP, but the Crown of Glory, 8 PP recovery per round. That is an aura every round, because aura only costs 7 PP. Healing aura costs 11 PP, so this is like 80% of healing aura. Well, a little bit less, 78%, something like that, every turn, which means that if you defend with everybody on one turn, on the second turn she'll have recovered 16 PP, so she can cast healing aura. It's just good. It is just good. The trident is going to stay on her. I need more inventory space. Anyway, let's continue the story in Lemuria. Because there's not much else we can actually do. Let's go talk to the people in this house first. Now that Piers has returned, maybe he'll share his tales of the outside world with me. I have never been outside of Lemuria. I don't know what the rest of the world is like. If there weren't laws prohibiting us from leaving, I would have gone in an instant. Yeah, this sentence is kind of restricting what the people can do. Anyway, we talked to this guy. Are you the travelers that came here with Piers? Well, yes, we are. I am sorry it has taken me so long to visit, Uncle. Piers, you are alive. Yes, I've managed to survive against a great many trials. What a fascinating coincidence. We've stumbled across Piers' uncle's house. I must thank you all for looking after my nephew. This is Felix and Creighton. They are my friends and have aided me tremendously. If my sister could only hear how timid young Piers has become a mighty warrior. Where is my mother? We've been so busy since we arrived that I haven't had a chance to see her. Now that I think about it, this place is a mess. What happened? Mother is always so neat. No, she hasn't fallen ill again, has she? There is still illness in Lemuria? My mother was born with a weak heart. Piers, I'm sorry. Your return comes too late. After the tidal wave washed you to sea, your mother suddenly fell ill. The shock of losing you was too great for her poor heart. She held out hope for your safe return until the very end. Perhaps your mother gave herself up to ensure your survival. Does that not sound like your mother? Where is she now? She rests in the cemetery now. Check the headstones. You'll find her. What should we do, Felix? Should we follow Piers? No, not yet. You're right. Piers probably needs some time alone right now. I'm so relieved that Piers has returned to me alive. He is the last of my relatives. Without him, I would be alone. Wait. I ask that you leave Piers to his mourning for now. He is struggling with the loss of his mother. He needs time. Why are you interrupting me so much? I'm not going to bother Piers. I forgot about this. I suspected as much. Piers was right to bring you here. Piers told me his secret, the mission he was given by His Highness the King. Even had the tidal wave not carried Piers off, he would have left us. Such was his fate. You look confused. Piers told you about this, did he not? Not really? Curious. I can't understand why he would do that. If Lord Conservato had not led the Senate to oppose him, he would have left sooner. I wonder what news Piers has brought with him. Either way, I do not know why he has brought you here. Felix, don't tell me that he hasn't at least told you that much. Not really? Did Piers tell you nothing before bringing you here to Lemuria? Unfortunately, I know a little more than that. While Piers confronts his sorrow over the loss of his mother, you have some time. I shall write you a letter, so that you can see Lumpa. Lumpa has locked himself in his tower and rarely comes out, but if I send him this, he will see you. All I need is a bird to carry it to him in his tower. There, you should be able to see him now. Okay, good. Anyway, now we head on over to the place that we couldn't get into before. Knock on the door. Are you kids Piers' traveling companions? The door's broken, I'm afraid. But I opened up a window just above the door. Sorry about this, but you'll have to climb through there. And thank you. I accidentally prepared this beforehand because reasons. Oh, okay. Honestly, I'm amazed that anyone can travel so far across the world in this age. Say, Piers isn't with you. Why not? His mother passed away. He's gone to visit her grave. Of course, his mother. He loved her dearly. A terrible loss. It must have been hard on him. Well, Piers may not be here, but we still have much to discuss. If Piers brought you, you must be working to break the seal in alchemy, right? Well, yes. Piers has done quite well in finding you. What mission could the good King Hydrus have assigned to Piers? What? Piers has told you nothing of his mission? Really? So you actually have nothing at all to do with alchemy? That is not true. Our parents were kidnapped by the Fire Clan far to the north. We are only firing the lighthouse beacons to gain their freedom. King Hydrus told me that Venus and Mercury have been ignited once again. Was that your doing? I'm afraid I know nothing of any Northern Fire Clan. But that doesn't explain you, sir. You're clearly not related to these two. What are your goals? Creighton joined us on his quest on behalf of Lord Bobby of Tolby. Bobby? I know of one man named Bobby, but it couldn't. Master Lunpa, the Bobby we speak of is the same man you knew long ago. Ah, so he's still out there, living in the outside world. Well, that might not be the most accurate way of putting it. Most accurate? My, you certainly have an odd way of turning a phrase. He was living, yes, until recently, that is. So, Bobby passed away. But only recently, you say. When he finally ran out of his mystic draughts, his spirit began to wane. Then, I no longer know anyone in the world outside. But aren't you Lunpa, the righteous thief? I was called that once long ago. Why do you ask? I bet there's at least one person in the outside world whom you still know. Who would that be? There's a town called Lunpa in northern Angara. A man named Donpa lives there. I settled that village, and Donpa, he is my son. Now your grandson, Dodonpa, rules over your village. Rules? Rules is an ill-sounding word. But it's an accurate one, Lunpa. Dodonpa is an evil thief who has caused much trouble in Angara. What has become of my son? How could he permit such a thing to happen? Master Lunpa, don't you have any idea how old Donpa is? He is as I am, an old man. He may be older even than I. If the news outrages you, why don't you go and set Donpa straight? If only I could. Is this the only reason we're here, to bring news of the outside world? No, it is not. Yes, I'm sorry we were sidetracked. We have much more to discuss. But before we begin, there is one thing I must say. You don't mind, do you, Felix? I don't mind. You can. Oh, I don't know how this, ore gate is going to work. Oh, thank you. I knew you'd agree. I have discussed this with none but Felix, but I have my own reasons for this quest. What do you mean? Only that I have my own reasons for wanting to see the beacons lit again. Why are you telling us all of this now? Because I feel this quest is deeply linked to Lemuria. I thought it odd that Lord Bobby should order me to research alchemy. Hey, wait a minute. Is this what you promised to tell us once we reach Lemuria? Yes. May I continue? Long ago, before alchemy's power was sealed, There were many civilizations as advanced and cultivated as Lemuria. At the moment that alchemy was sealed away, most of those civilizations began to wane, until eventually they vanished. I have formed certain theories now suggesting that this may be related to the seal on alchemy. Let me get this straight. You felt you couldn't tell us this until you were in Lemuria? And you only wanted to come to Lemuria to test your theories and see if they were true. But even if everything you said is true, what does that all mean? If your theories are correct, the world itself will wane and vanish, won't it, Creighton? Piers never spoke of this to you, did he? If you came to this theory on your own, you are indeed a wise scholar. We would do well to trust you. What do you mean? King Hydros and I, as well as others in Lemuria, hold the same beliefs that you do, Creighton. You do? Civilizations thrive by building upon the knowledge of the past. Knowledge gained in one generation should be taken even further by the next. Thus, knowledge and learning continue to grow. This is the natural course of civilization. But where is the world today? The great civilizations of old have all withered and vanished. We are all isolated and alone. You have encountered many cultures in your travels. Are any of them capable of building the great sanctums and lighthouses you have seen? No, they are not. But this is not the only sign of the decay you have theorized. I think it best that you hear the rest directly from His Majesty, King Hydros. Yes, Creighton, we shall go to visit the king. Ah, but King Hydros is in council with Lord Conservato. We might not be allowed in. Conservato, that fool. He refuses to acknowledge what he can see with his own eyes. I will meet with the king and press our evidence upon Conservato. Come with me. Gah, stupid door. Hiya! Pa, at last you are open. To the king's chambers. Loompa ought to be as old as Lord Bobby was, but he has so much energy. He's got a fire in him. I do wish I could have heard more about Lord Bobby, though. But come, Felix, to the king's palace we go. However, that will be it for the time being. Until next time, this will be Draco Breach reporting out. God bless and safe travels. And also, if you could, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps the channel.